The next thing is we want to insert data into the tables, right? So again, if you look at the notes, I already have these notes in here. You can insert a few if you want. This part here, this employee here is using the age, so it's not going to work. So what we want to do is, I already also provide some data, sample data here on the page here. If you go into the unit 4, under the research here, I put a sample here. So this will be, you can insert this into that database, the table. But for now, let's just say we're going to insert these sample data from here. Let's start with the department here, right? So we can go ahead and then add those in. So we're going to say insert. The insert command has this syntax: insert into. The word into here is optional. Okay, the table name. So the table here will be like department. You've probably seen this already in the other in the assignment. And then you have the you can then specify the column if you want. It's also optional. The columns, what do we have? We have department ID and the name, right? Followed by the word values. And then these values have to match those columns. So notice that the ID here, we don't have to specify because it's set to identity, so it'll auto increment. So really you cannot put that in there. Okay, so you could just take that out. If you do put it in here, that's fine. If you do put it this way, then I think you set that to null because now it will auto increment. If it doesn't work, you just take it out. Okay, but no, and then the first name will be, the first one is HR. Okay, and we'll see if that inserts it for us. And this word here is optional. I could take that into out and it should still be fine. But it's common to have it because it makes sense. Like an English phrase, right? Insert into table department with these columns here and the matching data to match those column fields, those fields. I have to make sure they match exactly, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, so as you can see, it's identity, so I can't put any number in there. So we could take this out. So let's take that out, and we'll try just the name. Okay. Let's see if that would add it. So you can see you don't have to worry about the identity field because it manages by the server. So in this case, I just put name because there's only one field. If you have more fields, you put comma, different fields, and so on. In this example here, name is so simple, so you don't have to actually use this part at all. I could omit this completely, and it's still fine. Okay. If you know the order in that field, the table. If you have 3 columns, and if you know the order of those columns, then you don't have to specify here. You can just put the values, and it should still be fine. Just make sure, be careful they don't mix up with the data. Okay, but that's optional. So the next one is, what do we have? Facility, right? I can just change that and do it again, run it again. I can do that X number of times. Okay, so if you do that, or you can do it in one statement. The next one is IT, so I'll put IT here. So instead of writing the whole thing again, I put a comma here, and I put the next group. So really, you usually do that in a separate line like this, but you don't have to put the values anymore, okay? Because I'm not finished with my insertion yet. So the next group is administration, and you put a comma and you keep going, okay? And then finally we have the news, and then we have marketing, and then finally customer service. That's the end of my statement there. So now if I highlight this whole thing and execute, it will add all those 5 records to my department table. So that's it for insertion, right? Just make sure they they match the field. And you can do the same for the other one. Insert into the pay code, pay type. And we don't have to specify that value, right? It just takes one, which is the code field. Again, this is optional. You can put it here anyway so we can see what it is. And then the values will be have the SA for salary. The second group is the HR for hourly. And I have one more, it says UN for unpaid or something. Okay, so we add 3 records to that table. Comma, just in case. So this was an easy short one. And then the position. You have 8 of them. You do the same. So if you want to just copy the code and do that, so we can go and do the other updates. And you should find my notes here for the position. So just copy that statement and then paste it in here. Okay? And then run it. And that should add to the position table. And then the employees table is coming from this file here in the unit 4 under research. Just copy this statement here, the entire thing. And paste it here, except you want to change the employees to just employees. Okay? I use a different command, but just change the employees table. Now for this one here, I manually put the code in here because the first field, which is the ID, I didn't set that to identity, right? Did we set the identity?
Yes, we did.
We did? Okay. So let's. Yeah, so that doesn't work. Why don't we go up here, back to the employees table. If you go up there, I hope you still have it. Okay. You can go from here, do it manually from the other side table. Just click on the employees table and just press delete. Okay. Just say yes. So we delete the employee table. You can do that from here, or you can do it this way. You can say drop employee and then run that. Either way.
You're going to set the identity off and turn it back on after this?
No, because if you do that, well, you can, but let's not do that. Okay. So once you drop your employees table, let's go back and then change this one to remove the identity. It is a primary key, but we don't want to use the identity there. So we're going to manually enter those into the table. So remove that and then recreate an employees table again. Okay. And now that command should work. So again, at the bottom here, and then you can run that, see if you have any errors. Okay, so mine seems to be okay. I have 10 rows. Again, notice the dates I put here is the month, the year, month, and then the day. Okay. And these numbers have to be unique, even though I manually add these, they have to be unique. So you cannot have duplicate data. And Well, I took out the identity. Yes. Yeah. So we have created 4 tables and populated with some data. So the insertion was, pretty straightforward. Just make sure any text, any strings have to be wrapped inside a single quote. You cannot use a double quote in here. Okay. I think most of DBs use only single quote. Okay, it says ANSI standard. So let's go here and see what we have, right? So we can do a select all from the employees table. You can run that to see, make sure you have all those 10 employees there. So they're all there, the IDs are there.